The WWE Universe was left in absolute shock when news broke that Brock Lesnar, the Beast incarnate, had stormed backstage with one goal in mind: John Cena. The usually calculated Lesnar was moving with lethal intent, eyes burning with a rage only a select few had ever seen in a WWE arena. Cameras caught glimpses of Lesnar pacing the locker room corridor, security trailing nervously, as the WWE Universe began to grasp the gravity of the situation. John Cena, unaware of the full storm brewing just yards away, was preparing for what he thought would be a routine SmackDown segment. But the moment he turned a corner, Lesnar emerged like a predator closing in on its target. The tension was instantaneous, electric, and unbearable. Every fan watching live felt the weight of the confrontation before it even escalated. Lesnar didn't waste a second. His voice, low but commanding, filled the backstage area. "Cena, I've had enough of the talk, the antics, and the so-called hustle, loyalty, and respect. You've dodged, and now it's time to settle this. Wrestle Palooza. One ring, one match. No excuses." Cena, stunned but ever the fighter, raised his hands in a defensive gesture, his voice steady but cautious. "Brock, you're going to regret stepping into my world like this. I've faced legends, giants, and beasts like you before. If you think this is going to be easy, you're dead wrong." Lesnar's eyes narrowed. The intensity radiating off him was palpable, enough to make security back away slightly. The Beast didn't threaten with words alone. Every step, every twitch of his fingers, screamed impending violence. Cena, recognizing the danger, attempted to maintain control, but the sheer energy of Lesnar's presence made it impossible to remain calm. Suddenly, the confrontation exploded. Lesnar lunged, grabbing Cena with a brutal force that sent him crashing into the locker room wall. The impact left Cena gasping for air, the entire backstage shaking from the sheer violence. Security rushed to intervene, but Lesnar's presence was overwhelming. He moved like a force of nature, unrelenting and unstoppable. The commentators, watching the segment unfold live on monitors, struggled to capture the intensity. "Ladies and gentlemen, what you are witnessing right now is beyond comprehension. Brock Lesnar, the Beast, has gone off script, launching a direct assault on John Cena. This is unlike anything WWE has ever seen backstage." Cena, struggling to regain his footing, attempted to fight back, but Lesnar's sheer strength and aggression were unmatched. Every move Cena made was countered with precision and brutal efficiency. The WWE Universe could barely comprehend what was unfolding. The man who had dominated arenas for over a decade was now caught in a real-life assault that blurred the lines between scripted entertainment and chaos. Backstage cameras captured Lesnar delivering a series of devastating strikes, each one echoing like thunder through the arena. Cena fell to the ground, clutching his ribs, gasping for air, and visibly struggling to stand. The WWE Universe erupted in chants, a mixture of fear, awe, and excitement. "Lesnar! Lesnar! Cena! Cena!" Lesnar, towering over Cena, delivered a final, brutal blow, a knee strike to Cena's midsection that left him collapsed and in critical condition. The camera zoomed in on Cena's face, sweat and pain etched in every line, while Lesnar stood over him, a living embodiment of dominance and fury. The commentators' voices cracked with disbelief. This isn't a match. This isn't a promo. This is Brock Lesnar at his most dangerous. John Cena has been left in critical condition, and WrestlePalooza just got elevated to a whole new level. WWE officials rushed to Cena's side, trying to assess his condition while security attempted to contain Lesnar, who had yet to show any signs of stopping. The backstage corridor was filled with chaos, the WWE Universe watching live feeds erupting in a frenzy. Social media exploded, fans speculating on Cena's condition, Lesnar's intentions, and the potential fallout heading into WrestlePalooza. Lesnar, finally turning away, left a chilling message for the WWE Universe and John Cena: "Prepare yourself. WrestlePalooza isn't going to be a show, it's going to be a war. And you, Cena, you'll wish you'd never crossed me." The WWE Universe, still reeling, could barely comprehend the magnitude of what had just occurred. Cena, a legend in his own right, lay in critical condition, while Brock Lesnar had cemented his dominance as the ultimate predator in the WWE landscape. The stage was set for WrestlePalooza to become the most anticipated, high-stakes, and potentially explosive match in recent history. Security and medical personnel attended to Cena as cameras captured the aftermath, the tension palpable. The commentators summarized the moment perfectly: "This isn't just an attack. This isn't just a storyline. Brock Lesnar has crossed a line, leaving John Cena in critical condition and setting the stage for a WrestlePalooza showdown that will go down in history." Backstage, Triple H, Vince McMahon, and WWE officials held emergency meetings, scrambling to ensure safety while understanding the magnitude of what had just happened. Everyone knew this was more than a feud, it was an event that could redefine WWE storytelling, intensity, and fan expectations. The WWE Universe was still reeling from the shocking footage of Brock Lesnar's brutal assault on John Cena. Backstage, chaos reigned supreme. Medical personnel rushed to Cena's side, while security personnel attempted to contain Lesnar's sheer, unrelenting presence. But Lesnar was a force of nature, unconcerned with rules, regulations, or anyone trying to slow him down. Cena, struggling to breathe, was assisted to a makeshift medical area, his face pale and contorted with pain. The WWE Universe had never seen him like this, an icon, a fighter, a man who had taken on the best of the best, now on the brink, gasping for air and barely able to stand. The commentators' voices were frantic, barely able to keep up with the intensity. Ladies and gentlemen, what we are witnessing is unprecedented. John Cena, a 16-time world champion, has been left in critical condition after a backstage assault by Brock Lesnar. Wrestle Palooza has just turned into one of the most anticipated, high-stakes events in WWE history. Lesnar, meanwhile, remained a looming threat. He didn't retreat, didn't calm down, and didn't show any signs of stopping. His eyes, filled with fury and calculation, scanned the backstage area like a predator hunting prey. Every WWE superstar, every official, felt the chilling weight of his presence. Triple H and Vince McMahon rushed to the scene, trying to assess both Cena's condition and the potential liability of Lesnar's actions. But Lesnar, towering and untouchable, stared them down with a silent warning: step aside. This isn't about protocols. This is about proving dominance. WrestlePalooza is my stage, and Cena, he won't survive the spotlight. The WWE Universe watched live feeds explode on social media. Fans were sharing clips of Lesnar's attack, theories about Cena's condition, and speculation about WrestlePalooza. The hashtags were trending worldwide: hashtag Lesnar vs Cena, hashtag WrestlePalooza chaos, hashtag critical condition Cena. The intensity of the moment was unmatched. Back in the locker room, Cena struggled to speak, his voice hoarse but filled with defiance. He won't break me. I've fought legends, I've fought beasts. I'll be ready for WrestlePalooza. He's going to regret this. The commentators highlighted Cena's courage, emphasizing the stakes even in critical condition. John Cena's resolve is unshakable. He's telling the WWE Universe that he's not backing down, even against Brock Lesnar's fury. This is the kind of intensity that defines legends. Lesnar, fully aware that Cena was conscious and defiant, smirked. He knew that leaving Cena in critical condition was only the beginning. The attack had sent a message not just to Cena but to every superstar in WWE. The Beast incarnate was back, and his dominance was absolute. WrestlePalooza, previously hyped as a marquee event, now carried unprecedented stakes. Fans knew that when Cena stepped into the ring, he would not just be facing a match, he would be facing a man who had already proven he could inflict real danger, chaos, and destruction. The intensity, tension, and anticipation were palpable. Backstage interviews captured reactions from other WWE superstars. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Becky Lynch expressed shock, concern, and determination. The message was clear: Lesnar had changed the dynamics of the roster overnight. Every superstar knew that WrestlePalooza wasn't just a match, it was a battleground where reputations, careers, and survival were on the line. Cena's corner team worked tirelessly, stabilizing him while monitoring his vitals. Every movement, every breath, was a testament to his resilience. Meanwhile, Lesnar prowled the backstage corridors, issuing verbal threats, staring down challengers, and solidifying his presence as the ultimate predator. Commentators emphasized the historical significance. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not just another WrestlePalooza match. This is a defining moment in WWE history. Brock Lesnar has set the stage, John Cena is in critical condition, and the WWE Universe is about to witness a showdown that will be talked about for decades. The WWE Universe's anticipation grew with every passing moment. Fans speculated about Cena's ability to recover, Lesnar's strategy, and the potential for interference, chaos, or even injury during WrestlePalooza. The storyline was more than a match, it was a narrative of survival, dominance, and ultimate confrontation. As the night progressed, WWE released official statements confirming Cena's critical condition while teasing his eventual return for WrestlePalooza. Lesnar's declaration of dominance sent shivers through the roster, as superstars realized that the Beast incarnate was not playing by any rules, he was rewriting them entirely. The camera cut to Lesnar backstage one final time for the night. He stood towering over the area, muscles tense, eyes scanning every corner. His voice, low and menacing, carried a warning to the entire WWE Universe: WrestlePalooza, be ready. Cena, be ready. Nobody survives me without consequences. The Beast doesn't lose. The Beast destroys. The WWE Universe erupted online. Clips of the attack were shared thousands of times within minutes. The commentary teams emphasized the stakes, the brutality, and the intensity. Fans everywhere were left counting down the days, hours, and minutes until WrestlePalooza. The WWE Universe was buzzing with tension. News of John Cena's critical condition after Brock Lesnar's backstage assault had spread like wildfire. Fans were glued to live feeds, social media exploded with speculation, and every WWE superstar backstage was acutely aware that the status quo had shifted. Lesnar had made his dominance personal, and Cena's path to WrestlePalooza was suddenly a fight for survival. In the WWE medical area, Cena struggled to catch his breath. Sweat poured down his face, muscles trembling from the intensity of the assault. Trainers and doctors worked frantically, but the legendary superstar's determination was evident. Even in critical condition, Cena's eyes burned with fire, a signal that he would not let this end with Lesnar's unprovoked attack. "You think you've broken me," Cena gasped, voice weak but resolute. "Think again. Wrestle Palooza. I'm coming." Meanwhile, Lesnar prowled the backstage corridors like a predator on the hunt. Every step echoed through the hallways, a warning to anyone who dared cross him. Security personnel followed cautiously, knowing that Lesnar's fury was uncontrollable, and one misstep could turn the backstage area into total chaos. Wrestle Palooza, it's not going to be a show, Lesnar growled under his breath. It's going to be a battlefield. And Cena, he's going to feel every ounce of the beast's wrath. The commentators, watching live feeds, barely contained their excitement and disbelief. Ladies and gentlemen, Brock Lesnar has escalated this to an entirely new level. John Cena is in critical condition, yet the WWE Universe knows he will rise again. This WrestlePalooza match has transformed into one of the most dangerous, high-stakes confrontations in WWE history. Backstage interviews captured reactions from other superstars. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Becky Lynch expressed concern for Cena but also excitement at the intensity of the feud. The message was clear: WrestlePalooza had now become the ultimate proving ground, not just for Cena and Lesnar, but for everyone watching. As Cena's recovery continued, Lesnar continued his psychological onslaught. He moved through the halls, speaking to the media, WWE officials, and even other superstars, sending a clear message: I don't care about protocols. I don't care about rules. WrestlePalooza will be my arena, my battlefield, and John Cena, he will not walk out the same. The WWE Universe reacted instantly online. Clips of Lesnar's statements and Cena's condition spread rapidly, fueling speculation, memes, and heated debates. Fans were divided, some fearing for Cena's safety, others captivated by Lesnar's relentless aggression. Every mention, every clip, only increased the hype for WrestlePalooza. Back in the medical area, Cena's corner team worked tirelessly. His determination was unwavering, despite the severe trauma from the earlier attack. Trainers administered treatment, monitored vitals, and prepared him for the possibility of stepping into the ring sooner than expected. Cena, gritting his teeth, focused on one thing: facing Lesnar at WrestlePalooza and proving that no amount of brutality could break the heart of a true WWE legend. "I've been through worse, and I'll face him," Cena whispered, his voice hoarse but unwavering. He thinks he's the beast? He hasn't seen the fire of hustle, loyalty, and respect unleashed. Lesnar, aware of Cena's resolve, only smirked. He knew the Beast vs. Legend narrative would electrify the WWE Universe. He thrived on chaos, domination, and fear. Every social media post, every clip, every headline only strengthened his presence. The commentators built the narrative for fans. Next week at WrestlePalooza, this isn't just a match. This is a war. John Cena, recovering from a brutal backstage assault, faces Brock Lesnar, the Beast incarnate, in a confrontation that will define legacies. Every fan watching knows that the stakes have never been higher. As WrestlePalooza approached, backstage tension reached its peak. Every WWE superstar knew that Cena and Lesnar's feud would dominate the event, overshadowing every other storyline. Trainers, officials, and commentators were preparing for every possible scenario, from interference to unexpected chaos, knowing that the WWE Universe would expect an unforgettable spectacle. The final moments of this segment captured the WWE Universe's anticipation. Cena, determined but injured, rising slowly from the medical area, Lesnar, prowling the halls with lethal intent, and fans worldwide counting down the hours until WrestlePalooza, where legends would clash, legacies would be on the line, and one superstar would dominate the battlefield. The WWE Universe knew one thing for certain: WrestlePalooza was no longer just a marquee event. It had transformed into a proving ground of survival, aggression, and sheer dominance, with Brock Lesnar and John Cena at the center of the storm. The lights of WrestlePalooza blazed like a supernova as the WWE Universe erupted into cheers, chants, and roaring anticipation. The stage was set for what fans already knew would be one of the most brutal, unforgettable confrontations in WWE history: Brock Lesnar vs. John Cena. Every monitor, every camera angle, every reaction from the live crowd magnified the tension that had been building for weeks. Brock Lesnar's music hit first. The arena shook as the Beast incarnate emerged, towering, muscular, and exuding an aura of pure dominance. Fans screamed, knowing exactly what this man was capable of. Lesnar's eyes scanned the ring, landing on the ramp where Cena was preparing to make his entrance. Cena's music then played, and the WWE Universe erupted even louder. Despite the lingering effects of the backstage attack, Cena walked with determination, refusing to show weakness. Sweat, bruises, and exhaustion marked his body, but his signature hustle, loyalty, and respect were radiating like an unquenchable fire. Every fan felt that Cena was ready to face the impossible. Commentators could barely contain themselves. "Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. Brock Lesnar has left John Cena in critical condition, but tonight, they finally collide at Wrestle Palooza. This is more than a match, it's a war for survival. The bell rang, and the clash began immediately. Lesnar lunged, closing the distance with the speed and precision of a predator. Cena dodged, but only barely, using his agility to create space while absorbing the impact of Lesnar's overwhelming power. The crowd erupted with every strike, every dodge, every moment of tension. Lesnar, relentless, delivered a series of crushing blows that echoed through the arena. Cena countered with a flurry of punches, body slams, and signature moves, each one a testament to his resilience and legendary endurance. The arena felt the intensity of every move. The stakes couldn't have been higher. Mid-match, Cena attempted his trademark attitude adjustment, but Lesnar countered, hoisting Cena with bone-crushing strength and slamming him to the mat. The WWE Universe collectively gasped, and the commentators' voices cracked with excitement. Unbelievable. Lesnar just countered Cena's signature move with raw power. This is absolute chaos, and the WWE Universe is losing their minds. Cena struggled to rise, but Lesnar wasn't finished. He cornered Cena, delivering a series of punishing suplexes that left the crowd screaming and social media exploding. Fans tweeted, recorded, and shared every moment, hyped beyond anything they had ever witnessed. Wrestle Palooza had officially become a historic battleground. The match escalated further when Cena fought back with determination, landing multiple strikes that staggered Lesnar momentarily. The crowd erupted, chanting Cena's name as he showcased why he had been a legend for over a decade. But Lesnar, fueled by rage and dominance, recovered quickly, delivering a devastating F5 that left Cena motionless. The commentators screamed over the roar of the crowd, "This is insane." John Cena, even in critical condition from the backstage assault, is fighting with everything he has. But Brock Lesnar, the beast incarnate, is unstoppable. Lesnar stood over Cena, flexing his dominance, before the referee began the count. Cena, using every ounce of strength left, slowly pushed himself to his feet. The arena erupted in chants, "Cena! Cena! Cena!" Every fan was on their feet, witnessing a battle that felt like it would define WWE history. The final moments of the match saw Cena execute a miraculous counter, turning the tide with a sequence of signature moves culminating in an attitude adjustment that brought Lesnar crashing to the mat. The WWE Universe exploded with applause, chants, and pure energy. However, Lesnar, ever the predator, rolled out of the ring, smirking. The commentators emphasized the shocking reality, "Ladies and gentlemen, the match is over, but the war is far from over." Brock Lesnar has survived Cena's attacks, and while Cena showed incredible resilience, the Beast remains a dominant force. Wrestle Palooza will be remembered as one of the most intense, brutal, and legendary events in WWE history. Backstage, Cena was attended by medical staff, exhausted but alive, a hero in the eyes of the WWE Universe. Lesnar, walking down the ramp, glared at Cena one last time, his message clear: "This battle may be over, but the war has only just begun." The WWE Universe, both live and online, exploded in discussion, debate, and excitement. Fans speculated endlessly: could Cena recover fully? Would Lesnar return stronger than ever? Wrestle Palooza had set the stage for months of epic storytelling, rivalries, and pure chaos. The segment ended with Lesnar standing in the center of the arena, Cena recovering ringside, and the WWE Universe chanting, clapping, and screaming in unison. The narrative was clear: Brock Lesnar had cemented his dominance, John Cena had proven his resilience, and Wrestle Palooza had delivered one of the most electrifying, intense, and unforgettable battles in WWE history.